Hello and welcome once again to a very special episode of The Pulse. Now, in previous weeks, we've talked about Zerg matchups. We're going to continue that trend. We talked about ZvT with Gosu User, and he showed us a really fun style of playing Zerg versus Zerg without the necessity of building Mutalisks. The option is there, but we don't have to do it. In fact, it's still possible to play Roach Hydra styles. Last week, we talked to North American ladder champion Kane, and he showed us his Zerg versus Protoss Hydra pushing into Mutalisk transitions. A really fun way to play Zerg versus Protoss that has proven to be very stable and very solid, certainly in this metagame. This week, we're going to be talking about Zerg versus Terran, and yes, we do have another very special guest. He's rebooting his computer right now, so you guys don't get to hear from him just yet, but it will be Evil Genius's Stephano. He's going to be talking to us about his Zerg versus Terran and how he likes to go about playing the matchup. It's going to work just like it usually does. We're going to have Greetorp come out and have a little chat with us. I don't know, he might not come out on the set at the beginning of the show, but he'll certainly be out by the end. Then we're going to play some practice games while we talk to Stephano about how he likes to do it. And then we'll just kind of wrap up the show. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I hope y'all are all as excited as I am. Now, because Stephano is rebooting his computer, we're going to take one very short commercial break. It should only be a minute or two. We'll be right back. Terran versus Zerg with Evil Genius's Stephano after this. Welcome back. Welcome back to The Pulse. I've got Greetorp here on this. I'm trying to find Greetorp's earpiece. Do you have an earpiece?
Cool.
Okay.
I don't need to hear. As soon as he comes on, I'm going to go back there. I'm really angry. So I'll explain the story. There's this piece of crap on ladder.
Okay.
That makes up 95% of the population.
There's this player on ladder who you just played against.
45-minute games.
Whose style was something that you found frustrating to play against.
And his first attack was with battlecruisers and ravens on Acheron Waste. Ben, how can I not be angry? Okay? His first attack. Now, of course, I was playing it smart. I was like, okay, well, I can't attack him. Let's not just try to throw this. Let's slowly start to get my advantage. You know, I obviously took an economic advantage. His first push was to take his fourth base. He had like 20 Widow Mines. Okay, 20 Widow Mines. He had maybe like a couple battle cruisers and bio. I was like, okay, well, he took his fourth base. I have 6 bases. Let me just max out, start doing some Broodlord pressure, Ultra, Infester. Everything's looking good. Okay, still not doing anything. Let me take the rest of the map. I even extend to his side of the map. His next push, 5th base. For like 30 minutes into the game, I'm like, this is going pretty reasonable. Okay, so it's okay. Make queens, right? I can reduce the amount of ultras. I kind of have efficient trades. Everything's looking good. I know he's going battle cruisers because what donk isn't going to go battle cruisers? And then I get hydras, I'm getting fasters. And then Mike tells me I have to be on the show. So I'm like, okay. Well, we're down to 1 base piece. Let me just attack. Hunter Seeker Missile, pretty good.
Sounds like you played against Fuser, is what it sounds like.
It sounds like I want to slit my wrist because I chose the worst race. Ben,
right.
How are you so patient? Now that I realize it, you've been 3 years up.
Yeah.
Wings of Liberty was nice, but Air Terran is ridiculous.
Hard, man. It's hard. Stephano, are you with us, buddy? Can you hear me?
Sorry, that was my stall.
Did you hear Greetorp's story?
Absolutely not. I didn't have the hit sounds working.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, summarize it for him.
Well, Greetorp just lost a game to he was playing a Zerg versus Terran, and the Terran guy was being very turtly and playing battle cruisers. And
yeah, I know.
he said it's kind of frustrating to play against.
It's not exactly accurate.
It is very hard to deal with and it's frustrating. Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. So Greetorp's a little angry right now. But he just had his opportunity to vent. He's going to go in the back and get set up. We're in.
To play Stephano. This is going to be great.
Well, you're in the chat channel
Well,
already.
I'm going to be the Terran, right? I know
what
to do.
You're going to be the Terran. You know what to do. Okay.
No, I won't do that.
So thanks, Andre, for coming out and saying hi. He's going to go get situated. Stephano, it's you and me, and then there were two. So I want to just take a couple of minutes to chat with you while he gets all set up. How have you been, man? You recently left Korea. What was it like staying in Korea for all those months, I guess?
I stayed 2 months in Korea. Overall, it was good practice, I'd say, but speaking about personal life, it was kind of shitty because nothing was really happening. It was the same routine every day, every single day. And yeah, the lack of action finally won, and I couldn't stay there any longer, so I had to leave.
And so now you're stateside, right?
Uh-huh.
And how is the beautiful United States treating you?
No, I'm doing quite well. At least I can practice well. Well, it's not the best practice, but it's the beginning of how to do fun, so I don't need to play against the best player to know how to play. I'm just trying to find out the new strategies. And I can stream, so I'm quite satisfied so far.
That's good. That's good news. Now, we're here to talk about Terran versus Zerg today. Andre was just kind of sharing some of his frustrations. I want to ask you how you're playing Terran versus Zerg these days. I've been watching your stream all day, and I see you building mutas an awful lot. That's not something you did in Wings of Liberty. So what is your current philosophy for TVZ, or Zerg versus Terran, I should say?
So, let's say 3 days or 4 days ago, I used to play a lot on muta bendings, like staying on this quite long time, and then switching to Ultralisk some point later. But now what I'm doing is opening with Mutalisk, only make like 6, 7 of them, just to make the Terran think he cannot drop anymore. And like that's, we're just doing like frontal fights, nothing else. And I can take straight away to Ultralisk, so I have the Mutalisk and the Ultralisk, and he can't drop and he must take the fights. And it's the best solution so far.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. It's a play style that European Zergs have experimented some with in the past, making just a few mutas to lock a Terran player into his base, and then drastically changing your tech, or even in some cases doing like a Baneling all-in. Do you think Zerg is in as strong of a position in Heart of the Swarm as they were in Wings of Liberty?
What do you mean by strong composition?
Do you feel like the game is balanced? Is Zerg strong? Is it weak?
I feel like Zerg didn't really win any units which they can really use against Terran right now. Like the Vipers are not used at all, the Swarm Hosts are not used, so when we speak about TVZ, the Terran got new units like Hellbats and Nines and the Medivacs boost, while the Zerg didn't get anything new, so Terran is kind of ahead right now.
Okay.
But hopefully with time something will be fixed. I don't say like Terran is imbalanced, it's slightly advantaged, only slightly.
Okay, okay. A lot of people are really abuzz these days about Blizzard's recent announcements regarding WCS. I would like to get your opinion, Stephano, on WCS. Which region are you going to be playing in, and how do you feel about this new tournament?
I'm going to play on Europe. As expected, it will be the easiest region, so easy choice for me. I'm quite disappointed by the fact that it's not like how to say, like you have to live in a country to participate in some regions.
Right. It's not region locked.
Yeah, that's it. And it's a big shame because most likely in America we'll have like a Korea versus Korea final. In Europe, maybe not, but in Korea too. So it will be way too much Korean. People like to see some Americans and Europeans play against each other. Usually, like Europeans and American people have a bigger fan base, so the people enjoy it more than just seeing 2 random Korean guys fighting.
Cool. All right, so I've got our game lobby hosted here. I'm just going to put us on Daybreak because it is kind of a standard map that everybody's pretty familiar with. I just need you, Stephano, to add me to your friends list so I can invite you to our game.
We are friends.
We are?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I just said it to you.
All right. I'm friends with Stephano. I'm totally in the club now. So, all right, Alias, the way this is going to work is I'm going to fire this game up. You're just going to play your normal style. I'm going to be asking you questions, and we'll see how it plays out.
Okay.
All right, everybody ready? Stephano says, please. Greetorp is,
That's fair.
I think he's still mad about that last game. He says, yeah.